Hello everyone, here's another video that today we want to talk about the algebra and calculus. So it's an individual assignment. My lecturer is Miss Siti Zaira Bajuri and my name is Li Zhangwei. So let's start with it. My assigned question is solve -1 lesser or equal to 3 minus 5 divided by 2, or lesser or equal to 9, and express your answer by using the interval notation, set builder notation, and number line. The second question is combine the radical and simplify of the expression of 3 square root 80x and minus 4 square root 45x. So let's start with the first question. The first question is related to the inequality. So here's the formula, then how we write the interval notation and number line. So our result will be related to the first line of this formula table is lesser or equal. So in the graph we have to draw the circle with a solid circle. So our question is -1 lesser or equal to 3 minus 5x divided by 2, or lesser or equal to 9. So first we have to move out the 2. The division 2 we have to move to the both side, left and right. So in the first line is -1 multiplied by 2 lesser or equal to 3 minus 5x lesser or equal to 9 multiplied by 2. So the second step you just simplified it. Then the third we have to move out the 3 first, because in the end we have to just keep the x only. So we just move one by one. We move out the 3 first. So since the 3 is a positive, so we move out to the another side. It's become -3. So -2 minus 3 is equal to 5. 18 minus 3 is 15. So in the next step we just move out the -5x. So since the -5 is multiplied by 2, so we have to move it out also. So in the next step it's become -5 divided by -5 lesser or equal to -x lesser or equal to 15 divided by -5. So it will become 1 greater or equal to x or greater to equal to -3. So because we in the meanwhile, because it's a -x, so to change it into positive we have to reverse the arrow. So it's basically just like this. So this is how we write the result, the answer. The interval notation is x is -3 and 1, but with a curved bracket. The set builder notation, x is -3 lesser or equal to x or lesser equal to 1. Then the number line is we just draw the solid circle. So to -3, -2, -1, 0 and 1. This is how we write the number line. So the second is radical. We combine and simplify the radical expression. So this is the formula. So if n, the index, is outside of the square root, so n square root a multiply n square root b will equal to n square root a and b, because it's a multiply. So actually there's 2 methods. This is the first method. Then we just use the ladder, the prime factorization ladder. Then the third method is this one. We can use the calculator to get it. So we start with the first without using the calculator. So in this ladder we just divide the 80 divided by 2, so we get 40. 40 divided by 2 we get 20. 20 divided by 2 we get 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we just do all the way down there until the result we get is prime number. So since 5 is a prime number, so we cannot divide 5 further. So therefore the prime factorization of 80 is 2 to the power of 4 multiplied by 5. So we also do the same to the next accordingly. So 45 divided by 3 we get 15. 15 divided by 3 we get 5. So actually the first and the second they get the same prime number, so we can continue with it. So in the result we get, we just put it into the first steps. So we get the breakdown the square root into their prime factorization. 3 square root to 2 to the power of 4 multiply 5 multiply x. So minus 4 square root 3 to the power of 2 multiply 5 and multiply x. So in the second steps we just solve the lexicon for both. Basically we just take it out because in the square root the 2 to the power of 4, if we want to simplify it, we just 4 minus 2, so we get 2. So therefore it's 2 to the power of 2. So it's also the same for the 4 square root 3 to the power of 2. We also just simplify this by minus, because it's a square root, and we do the calculation for the degree to the 3. So the degree to the 3 is 2. So 2 minus 2 is equal to 1. It's 0. But if we put it into the result, we also write in 1. So we solve the second. We just 4 minus 2 we get 2. 2 minus 2 we get 0. But in this we also write in 1. So in the third steps we subtract 3 from all parts of the inequality. So 3 multiply 4 square root 5 minus 4 multiply 3 multiply square root 5x. So we get the result 12 square root 5 minus 12 square root 5x. So actually that's a typo. Actually it's a 5x for the same. So in the end we get 0. So it should be like this. So since the both number is the same, so we just minus these two, then we get 0. If there's no same, then we just, this should be the last answer. So the second method that we're using the calculator is, you can basically just press the 80x with square root of 80. So the 80 is calculated as 4 square root 5. So the index 4 we just calculated as 4 square. So we get 16. And the radican of 5 we just keep the same place. So therefore it's 3 square root 16 multiplied by 5. So we do it the same to the next one, the square root 45, by using the calculator. The 44 square root was calculated as 3 square root 5. So the 5 will still keep the same. We just use a 3 square. So we get 9. So in the end we get 3 square root 9.5. So this is the first step. We want to put it in. So we do it to the same. For the first steps, we expand the radicand using the calculator. Then second, we separate all the variable or radicands from the square root relatively. So basically we also just take out from here, we take it outside. So it's 3 multiplied by square root 16 multiply square root 5 multiply square root of x minus 4 square root 9 multiply square root 5 multiply square root x. So we just simplify this with the square root 16, so we get 4. So in the next we get 3 multiply 4 square root 5x sorry, there's a typo. Then next we just simplify by multiplication. So we multiply the 3 by 4, we get 12. 4 by 3, we get 12 also. So it's actually the same calculation, just we start with different method. So in the end we get a 0. So this is how I do the radical and inequality question. So thank you for watching. Bye.